Okay everyone, welcome to Miss Hayden Higgins YouTube channel. At 200 subscribers I will be revealing a finger, because apparently that's what I have to do. Right then, so let's actually have a look at the question. So, travelling salesman. Is that what we're doing?
This is route inspection.
Route inspection. Okay, route inspection. Every time you think about route inspection, I want you to think odd or even. I say route, you say odd or even. Route. Route. Yeah, you get the gist, yeah? And that was so bad that you're going to remember that. Okay? All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start labelling all of the order of the nodes. Now, the order of the nodes is asking how many arcs are coming out of one node. Okay? Everyone in this room should be able to count. So let's count. 1, 2. So that means the order is 2. We're going to repeat this process on every single node. So let's quickly do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here we go. Doesn't take very long to quickly go through and complete the process. Now, there are 2 types of route inspection problems. Type number 1 is probably the easiest one, where you will find we have 4 odd nodes. Okay? And the other type is type 2, where you find we have 1 pair, and then in the question it will say we want to start at one and finish at the other. So what we're essentially saying is we want to make an even pair odd. Okay? So this is the first. This is like the easiest type essentially. You've got 4 odd nodes. What we're going to do is we are going to think which ones are we going to travel. We're going to add arcs in to see which ones we travel up and down. Okay. So what we're going to have is we're going to write down all the different combinations, and we're going to start in alphabetical order. A, B, and then E, F, G. So it's going to be F, H. Okay. Then I'm going to have A, F, B, H, and then I'm going to have A, H, B, F. Okay, these are the only combinations I can do. Now you have to write down all 3 combinations to get the marks in the exam. And that's what we're looking at here is exam skills, as well as you should be able to do this. So now, this is all by inspection really. We're having, what is A to B? Some of you might look at this and think, oh my God, A to B, 21. No, that is wrong and you are a fool. Because we could do AJB, 13 plus 7 is in fact 20, which is less than 21. We want the smallest possible way. Now, if I have a look at this, I've got 15 and 5 is also 20. Personally, I think 20 is the best one. It's really important, whichever way you choose, there's an even quicker way. Go to D, A, E, D, B, absolutely, 19. Okay, so now what I want you to write is A, E, D, B, so that you know which way you've gone, okay? So we know that that's 19. Now we're looking at F and H. Now, the quickest between F and H, personally, I think it's 15. F, G, H, 15? Any takers for anything more? No? Okay, we're going with 15 then. Right, the next one, A to F. Personally, I think it's 16, and it is just straight A to F. And then we're going to have B to H. I think BJH. No. BKH. Can everyone see BKH is 18? B, K, H. Yeah, just realised I made a mistake here. That should definitely say F. Okay. Then A to H. A to H. Do we get... This is 30, isn't it? Anyone get smaller than 30? AJH is 30. And then we have 29. Brilliant. AGH. So AGH is in fact, what did you say it was? 29. And then we've got BF. 12? BEF is 12. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to add these up and we're going to see which one is the smallest pair. 19 plus 15, 34. 16 plus 18 is 34. 29 plus 12? 41. Okay, we've got two that are small. Have we definitely found the smallest root on each one? Absolutely. BDEF is in fact 11. This makes this 40. Okay, perfect. Okay, so it's very rare that you get to the same, but if you do, just go ahead and double check everything. Once you've double checked that you are correct, this is key now, okay? So let's say we choose option A for a second, okay? And then if you actually read the question, okay, remember we need to think about wording and common sense. It says could, not should. Could means there could be more than one way, okay? So this is really important, what I'm about to show you now. When we are looking, if we just look at example A, when it says you need to list the combination of edges that need to be traversed twice, if you just write AEDB, you will not get the mark. First of all, AE is 1, then ED, then DB, and for this pair, we've also got our FG and GH. You have to write it like this. If you just wrote a word? Yeah. If you just wrote AEDBFGH, you will not get one of the marks. We need to be really clear, and we need to obviously say, so this could be one way, so make sure you write that, one way. Or, okay, make it really clear to the examiner. We could also do AF, BK, and KH. Okay, both roots add 34, therefore total time is 196 plus 34, which is 230. Now, it does say this is, it doesn't actually tell me. Is this in minutes or hours? It would have told us in the previous question. Let's pretend it's in minutes. Let's just write our units. Yeah? Okay? And then what you're going to do really nicely is you're going to highlight that is the final answer. So it's really easy for me to mark your mocks next week. Perfect. So here's another question. Pupils from 10 schools are visiting a museum on the same day. The museum needs to allocate each school a tour group. Maximum size of each group is 42 pupils, blah, 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 blah. Even though I'm saying blah, 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 just pause the video and read it quickly so you know what's happening as well as me, okay? Now, anyway, there was a different part of the question. We're only looking at part E, F, and G. And it says that Sally wants to minimise the length of her route. She must start and finish at A. If we're starting and finishing at A, we're doing route inspection. I say route, you say? Odd, even. Brilliant. So we're going to start writing down all the odd, even nodes. Okay. Now, the only thing that's really annoying about this question is that it is in decimals. If you ever have an odd number of odd nodes, you are completely incorrect because we cannot draw a graph like that. It's physically impossible. You can try. So H, G, B, C. Okay, we're going to write these in alphabetical order. Okay, B, C, G, H. Then we're going to have BG, CH, BH, CG. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we are going to just, by inspection essentially, we're going to have a look at the shortest route between B and C. Okay, I think it's BEC. What do we think? Yeah? So BEC is 15.7. And then G to H, GIH, that's going to be 25.5. Okay, and that's going to give us 41.2. Next we've got BG, B to G. 25.5, just BFG. BFG. Anyone know what that means? Yeah, big friendly giant. That's 25.5. Okay, C to H. CEJH. That looks about right. And how much was that? 38.2. Okay, so this is 63.7. B to H, what did we get? Sorry, guys. 25.7. That's 51.2. Okay, BH. Anyone? BJH. BEJH. Okay, BEJH. 34.9. And then CG. CEFG. What is CEFG? 34, which is going to be 68.9. Okay, so the smallest one. Right, so the smallest one is clearly 51.2. So that means we need to traverse BE, EC, GI, IH. It's really important. You could even write an arrow saying smallest. Okay? And you have to write these arcs. If you were to write BEC, GIH, you will not get the full mark. You have to, it clearly says, to find the corridors that Sally will need to traverse twice, BE, then EC. Then it says write down a possible shortest route and give its length. Now this is sometimes rather frustrating, but it's okay. So BE, so you draw in an arc. EC, okay, GI, and then IH. Okay, so what you now need to do, this is where I suggest you get your highlighter involved. Okay, you get a nice colour. And then as you do it, you need to write it down. So remember, we have to start at A. So, A. Okay, start at A. Now I'm going along it, and I'm going to go down to E and then back to B. So I'm going to write EB. I'm going to go F, E, F, E. Then I'm going to go J, I, J, I, F, J, I, F. Then I'm going to go G, I, G, G, I, G. Then I'm going to go H, I, H, H, I, H. Then I'm going to go down to J. So then I write J. D, C, D, C, up to E, back down to C. EC, and then all the way back to A. Okay? So as I've done that, because what I find is some people, they start going, okay, I'm going to start at A, and they go all the way around, and then they think, right, how did I do that? Okay, and basically, yeah, they've got to start again. Now, to write down the absolute shortest length, we're now going to have to do the weight of the diagram. 227.2 plus 51.2. What do we get? 278.4. Sorry guys, Mr. B here got really excited. I went A, B, E, B. No, I didn't jump, I just didn't write it down. Do you know, how awful is that? That doesn't mean I'm not sure how to do it. I definitely would have lost a mark. Yeah, crazy. No, well, yeah, you don't know. Okay then. So, now the most important part of this question is Sally is now allowed to start at H and finish her route at a different vertex. Now, what we find is H, okay, if we are allowed to start at H and finish our route at a different vertex, that means that H has to be odd. Yes? We all happy that H will have to be odd if we start at H. Now, if H is odd, we want the other one to be odd. Okay? So we're looking for a pair without H in, which is the shortest. Because if we include H in this pair, H will then become even, because we're going to traverse it twice. So which pair without H is the smallest? BG, 25.5. Because BG is the smallest, these are the ones we're going to traverse. So that means we're going to start at H and finish at C. Okay? So that's 227.2 plus 25.5, which is... What is this? 252.7. It then says to state the difference, okay? So if we are going to work out the difference, I just need to minus them from each other, and I'm going to write difference equals 25.7. Perfect. And what is this, by the way? Is this in minutes? No, meters. Meters. Okay, does everyone understand the logic that was used for part G? Okay, so I'm just going to explain this one more time. Sally is now allowed to start at H and finish it somewhere else. To start at H and finish it somewhere else, we need H to be odd and that other one to be odd. When we were pairing them here, we were making them even in the shortest route. So if H has to be odd, we don't care about anything that has a H in. Why? Because we want H to be odd if it has to start at H and finish somewhere else. Yeah? What do we care about now is which one has the smallest. Now, out of these, the smallest was 25.5. So we would make B and G even order by adding in extra arcs. Well, we don't technically add them in, we just go over them, you know, go forward and back. That means traverse it twice. And that's how we get that, okay? So guys, when we read this question, it says, for G, state the finishing vertex, so H and finish at C. Have I stated where I'm finishing? Yes. Calculate the difference in length between this new route and the route found in F. Well, the route found in F was 278.4. This new route is 252.7. I've taken them away and I've got 25.7. Remember, read the question. Just to make this clear, we're finishing at C because we need H to be odd. We need another one to be odd. If B and G is the smallest, C has to be the one I'm going to finish at that we're going to keep odd. Okay? Perfect. Okay, this question we actually did part A yesterday, so we're just going to carry on. We've worked out what x is apparently, though I'm given a piece of paper, I don't even know, where is x? Oh, you didn't work out what x is? Oh, okay, so from part A, we worked out a lot of things. Okay, let's take a screenshot then. Okay, everyone, so here was yesterday, and we did part A, which was worth 7 marks. We've got all the shortest routes from A to H. Now, I love these questions when what we have now is we will find if we have route inspection after a Dijkstra's. They're helping us out because I guarantee you, before I write down the order of any node, A and H will have to be used, and guess what you've just done? You've just worked out all the minimum from A to H. Isn't that just fantastic? Believe it or not, there is some method to this madness. So then, it says, Malcolm finds that his minimum duration inspection route requires him to traverse exactly 4 roads twice, and the total time it takes to complete his inspection route is 307 minutes. Calculate the minimum time for Malcolm to travel from A to H on Monday. You must make your method and working clear. If we have to travel from A to H, we need A and H to both be odd. We're going to start at A and finish at H. We need semi-Eulerian, which is exactly 1 pair of odd nodes. So A and H have to both be odd. So first of all, let's start going round. This is a 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Well, that's easy. So this means when I do the total weight of the graph, okay, I just know I need to get from A to H. So I know if with all of, he requires him to traverse exactly 4 roads twice. So now that I've done this, I realise I don't need to pair anything. Where is 4 roads? Well, if we think about A, B, D, H, how many roads is that? That's A, B, B, D, and D, H. That's exactly 3 roads. It told us in the question. Remember what we were talking about, common sense. Read the question. This is really easy. 4 roads, so it's got to be this one. So it means that the total weight is 205 plus 3x. We've got to traverse 4 roads twice, so we just need to add on 37 plus x, and this is going to equal 307. Surely this is not 4 marks. Is that a 2x? Sorry, I didn't read your...
That is your 4 marks.
That is 4 marks. That is the simplest thing ever. Okay. Shall I slow down and go again? What do you mean B and D? Okay, I'm going to start the question again. Clearly, this question, I cannot believe that was 4 marks. Right, we're ready. We're going to slow it down. Right. Malcolm finds that his minimum duration inspection route. I hear route, you say odd even. So we write everything odd even, yeah? We're going through this slowly, step by step. He needs to traverse exactly 4 roads twice. Right, so before I got to that stage, about reading that, I saw route inspection, I went and found out the order of everything. I know I've got to get from A to H, so I know I need it to be semi-Eulerian. I know I need A and H to be an odd order. When I look at this, A and H are the only ones that are odd anyway, so I don't have to change anything to the graph. Perfect. I can start at A and finish at H. No problem, I just need to find the quickest way. Okay? It says, though, that it's 4 roads twice. So what does it mean, 4 roads twice? If I need to do 4 roads twice, if I have a look at the first one, it was A, B, D, H. It might be 4 letters, but that's not 4 roads, is it? That's A to B, B to D, D to H. Okay? What I'm saying is, what is 4 roads is the second one. Yeah? Now, even though I've saying all this, I've convinced myself I'm wrong now.
So how do you know that's the shortest? How do you know that's the shortest path?
Because you already did Dijkstra's for part A. That's how we know it's the shortest path. The only thing I don't understand is, maybe I'm being really silly. If we've got to calculate the minimum time taken from Malcolm to travel from A to H, well, the minimum time is 205 plus 3x because it's semi-Eulerian. Have I counted something wrong? Yeah, so I would say 205 plus 3x is 307.
You have to find what x is, and then you should do either 37 plus 2x.
Oh, yes, sorry, guys. We have to find out what x is. Yeah? Okay, so what do we have? I don't know, I've convinced myself others now. Plus 5x equals 307. What's 307 minus 242? Anyone know? So x equals 13. Now, once we've worked that out, okay, I know where I got confused. Sorry, guys. It's because I didn't use common sense. I've skipped ahead on the question. Right. Route inspection means we start at A, finish at A. Start at 1, finish at 1, yeah? So this is why I chose A to H. Now, this is where people probably would get not lose the last mark. Sorry, I was skipping ahead. Okay, and it makes sense because once you get x equals 13, it wants you to know what the minimum time taken from Malcolm to travel from A to H is. That does not mean the answer is 307. You have to spot that from A to H, if you start at A and finish at H, actually you don't need to traverse anything because it's semi-Eulerian. I only need to start at A and finish at H, so I have to substitute it just into the total weight of the network. So that means 205 plus 3 lots of 13, 39... Oh, absolutely. I'm getting ahead of the game. What am I doing? Finding the total weight of the network. I just need to put it into the Dijkstra's answer. 37 plus 2x. 37 plus 2 lots of 13. 26. What do we have? 63 watt minutes. And that is our final answer. Now, can we all see how the wording was a bit confusing? And if you jumped forward, you may have missed it. So here, we also just don't forget, even though we said that A to H was this was the one that just did it exactly 4 roads. Okay. We also have 70 minutes and we have 51 plus 13, which is in fact 64. Now in this case, 63 is the shortest time. Just be careful though, because what if this one was the shortest time? Please make sure you double check everything you could have worked out.